Hey guys and gals, this is Sonic Arrow with the Tier 10 German heavy tank, the E-100. It has 6 crew members, which is one more than what is required to crew the E-75. There is one extra loader, as you can see. It's not as trained up as the rest of my crew. 2,700 total hit points with lots of armor and weighing 132 tons with the current setup. A 1,200 horsepower gasoline engine pushes this beast at a maximum of 30 kilometers per hour. Hull traverse is 22 degrees per second and turret traverse is at 20 degrees per second, which is exactly what you would expect a big heavy German tank to be. Slow. It has a 400 meter view range and a 720 meter signal range, which is, well, it's average for a tier 10 tank. Good armor with 200 millimeters on the front of the hull, 120 on the side, and 150 at the back. For the turret, it has 250 millimeters on the front, 150 on the side and the back. From the front, the major weak points are the lower plate. Right here, it's actually quite large and easy to penetrate. Tier 8 vehicles can get through that. Even if you do angle a little bit, they can still get through it. It really depends on what kind of ammunition they're firing at you and what kind of tank they're in fact. The turret, well, there's not much weak on the turret. This bar here on the top, not including the viewports on either side, is a weak point that you can hit. Obviously, it's not a very large target, so not that easy to hit unless you're right up against it, and not many tanks are going to go right up in front of an E-100. Now, tank destroyers, tier 10 tank destroyers with their high penetration cannons, well, they can go through the front of the turret, especially when you're looking directly at them, so you might want to angle that. Even at an angle, they can sometimes get through. The most trouble I've had against a tier 10 tank destroyer is with the T110E3, which is well, it's got great armor, and especially when it's hiding its lower plate, there isn't much you can be shooting at. Also, the E-100 accuracy is not great on either cannon. So the E-100 has 2 cannons you can choose from. The stock 12.8 centimeter cannon, which is this one here. There we go. It is used on the E-75, the VK4502B, and the mouse, so it's not that unique to the tank. The tier 9s get it, and it doesn't get much better at tier 10. Let's take a look. It has an average penetration of 246 millimeters for its standard armor-piercing rounds and 311 for the premium APCR rounds. Average damage of 490 at a rate of fire of 4.2 rounds per minute. That's around 12 to 13 seconds to reload the cannon with what I've got here, and also the crew skills. With another 64,800 experience, you get to unlock the big gun, the 15 centimeter. And that gets you, right here, 235 millimeters of standard armor-piercing round penetration, and 334 millimeters when firing premium heat rounds. Average damage of 750 with a rate of fire of 3 rounds per minute. That is around 17 seconds to reload. Aim time on both cannons is 2.9 seconds. Accuracy 0.4 at 100 meters for the 15 centimeter cannon. And the 12.8 gets a 0.38 accuracy, so they're not very accurate. Back to 15 centimeter. Equipment wise, I have a large caliber tank gun rammer because it takes a long time to reload both those guns. A vertical stabilizer to keep the aim time just a little bit more manageable, and a super heavy spall liner because artillery loves shooting at E-100s. They're slow, they're big, and they're pretty flat, especially the British ones, or I'm not sure. I think it's the British ones and the Russian ones. They get a really high arc, but don't quote me on that. I'm not versed in artillery arcs. But the ones with high arcs, I love shooting at E-100s because, well, it's completely flat on the top, and they can, if they land a shell into the engine deck, they might actually penetrate, and that's not good. Consumables, I have a premium fire extinguisher, small repair kit, and small first aid kit. The engine is located near the rear of the hull. That'll be, well, I think it's around here. You get damaging engine shots, obviously from the top there and from the back. And the transmission is located right behind the lower plate. So even with preventative maintenance, which I do have on my driver, it does catch on fire if you let people start shooting at your lower plate. Well, for the back, you do have some additional armor on the side protecting it. Not really additional. It's like it's curved more, and it's not as easy to penetrate the back as it is the lower plate. You'll want to hide the lower plate as often as possible and properly. I do keep a large amount of premium shells for both caliber of cannons, as the penetration is just on the edge of not cutting it when fighting against a high number of tier 10 vehicles, especially if you can't get good shots on their weak points. This tank, however, is great at side scraping, and I'm going to show you a lot of that in the 2 replays I have coming up. So let's take a look at those. The map is Abbey, and I'm currently using the 12.8cm cannon, heading to the western side of the map. And well, I'm going to speed this part up as the E-100 takes quite a while to get into position. I'm going to decide to head down. Here we go. Heading down as a lot of people are going straight up there. See if I can't get some flanking shots in. And we got a Centurion 1 with an IS-3. And I don't know what this T-21 is doing here for. Not very good scouting position right here. And I know I'm not really side scraping at this point, and I am actually exposing my lower plate at that point, but it's okay. Here comes a T-30 trying to side scrape right now. He obviously knows where to shoot me. Oh, I forgot. The turret ring, if you can get a good clean shot on it, is actually a weak point. T-21 over there helps me out by tracking the Centurion 1. I think it was a T-21 that tracked it. Just got shot at by the artillery. Oh, what is that behind me? I think it's the Lorraine that's behind me as well. Trying to angle the E-100 for multiple tanks. It's not working out too well at the moment. There is a Conqueror and T-30 shooting at me from both sides, and I don't like that. Let's use this Centurion as cover for the lower plate. Oh, that went straight through. And another one from the IS-3. So obviously this is not a good angle. Don't know why that shot went into my turret there, but okay, whatever. And this is one of the great things about being in an E-100. You can use even large tanks, such as the Centurion 1, as cover to hide your hull. And you're actually tall enough to fire over it. And right now I am angling the turret more than my hull, as it doesn't have as much armor. Actually, it has more armor than the hull on the side, but it seems to have more weak points than the side of the hull. Did get an ammo rack damage. Sorry, it's ammo rack explosion on the IS-3 there. And something just fired at me from over there. And I'm not sure what it is. What could it be? If it was the artillery, then I guess my super heavy spall liner is working rather well. Conqueror has, I don't know why, but he has given up and started going in the other direction. Probably trying to get a kill on that T-30. Too bad he missed or bounced. And there we go. Once the fighting is over, the E-100 takes quite some time to reach the rest of the battle, and sometimes you never reach it. So let's just fast forward through this part. I'm just driving around. Nothing too much or too exciting is happening. There's that T-28 prototype. Take careful aim, and I get another ammo rack explosion, but I didn't get to see the turret fly off, or if indeed the turret does fly off on a turreted tank destroyer. And now it's just a matter of waiting for the game to end, as the FV-215B-183 is on the other side of the map, and the bat chat is much too fast to be caught up by an E-100. So I'm just going to stay on the cap. Making sure that, yeah, there's the bat chat right over there. ICU takes him out, and that's the end of the game. Steel wall first class mastery badge, and 1,059 points of experience done to the enemy, 3 kills, 4,518 damage, 13 shots fired, 12 hit, 10 penetrations, and 2,610 damage blocked by armor. 16 shots received, 9 of them did not penetrate. Which is quite nice, and I think you get a lot of steel walls in the E-100. 80,000 credits earned with a premium account, 41,000 on a non-premium account. I believe there was an event going on. I received 60,000 extra credits for being top 10 or something like that. So let's get into the next game with the 15cm cannon. The map is Melanovka, and I'm heading north, as I definitely don't intend to fire across the map and snipe at targets with the 15cm cannon. And it doesn't look like there's too many people following me up on the hill. In fact, well, we do have the 3 scout tanks up there, but nothing else. The tank destroyers are down there in the bushes. Lots of tanks are coming up, and I get spotted, and I think that this is a great time to follow the example of those AMX 1375s and 1390 and back off. I'm gonna stay right here and try not to get shot. There is a M46 patent, and there's the shot right in there. That's the beauty shot right there. Don't get too many of those, especially with a .4 accuracy cannon. I'm saying that a lot. It's terrible accuracy, but sometimes it just works. Ooh, 390. What went through there? Probably the M103. And there's another nice shot into the hatch. And I believe that was an HE shell. It sounded like one. That's okay. I have some spaced armor to save me from the low caliber HE shells and the super heavy spall liner. Right now it's just me holding, well, my presence here is holding them back. Let's see if those tank destroyers relocate and start getting some shots on those targets over there. Ooh, something is shooting at me. Another shot. That was an absorbed shot, it sounded like. Did not sound like a bounce. I took a chance there, and something is sniping at me. There we go. Ah, T25/2. Not too worried about that, especially when my lower plate is hidden. How did he even get in this game? Oh, he's platooned with a 45028. I see. Okay. Another shot. Well, another chance shot. And I don't think the 235mm of penetration is going to work. I am loading a heat round right now for that E50. But it's okay. The Waffentrager E-100 just took out the E50, and what's left? T25/2 and the M103. And something is shooting me in the side and not penetrating me. Need to get out of there a little bit. There we go. The AMX scout tanks are moving forward again. I believe they're going to go scout at this point. Oh, a tortoise and a Rheinmetall. Oh, yeah, the M46 Patton was still there. It may have been the Patton that was shooting me in the side, because I doubt a tortoise would be bouncing that many times. And here's a gigantic heat shell for that T25/2. I believe it was 6,000 credits for that shot for 60 hit points of damage. Anything to my right? Ah, the tortoise. He's shown up. Let's see. I get spotted. He's turning, aiming, and I get a nice high roll on the tortoise. And I actually hit, I believe, the hatch. Because I doubt the... I don't know. The heat shell might have penetrated the front of the tortoise, but it looked like it went into the hatch. Switching back to the AP rounds. Oh, okay. Minuscule target over there, but I still get the shot in. 15cm gun just works sometimes. Other times you'll be firing and missing every shot you take, and I've had that happen as well. And there's that Patton. Get him out of there. He does have pretty good view range, and he can start spotting for a lot of people. And I doubt that would have gone in even if I had a very accurate cannon. And I still get spotted. And what is spotting me? Those pesky tank destroyers. Just sticking around here for a while longer. The tortoise is the one I'm really worried about. He can tear me apart if he gets a shot on me, especially my weak points. Let's see, where's that tortoise? There he is. A little bit more careful aiming, and another nice shot into the tortoise. And now he's left on, what was that, 100 health? I'm switching to an HE round to take care of that tortoise. But it looks like this IS-7 is going after our scout tank, and those are actually, well, those 3 scout tanks are pretty invaluable. So, put a shot in there, 300 damage is not great, but it's okay. Tortoise, though. Need to take care of him. Oh, nope. He's dead. Alright, back to the AP rounds. And now it looks like we're charging. And now the battle is over for me. I don't get to meet too many more enemies, and anything I shoot at is probably gonna miss. So you don't really need to see this part. Jagdtiger, take a few shots there, missed. Object 263, Oh no, that's the Yak Tiger still. Here we go. Object 263 with an HE shell. Or I'm loading an HE shell now. There it is. Is he going to move out? He moves out, and well, somebody else gets the kill. Steel Wall, second class master badge. 940 points of experience, 2 kills, 4,499 damage done to the enemy. 23 shots taken, 15 of them bounced. Thank you to that T25/2. 4,640 points of damage blocked by my armor, and I also have damage assistance, 2,000 of that. Credits earned 41,600 on a premium account, 16,000 non-premium, and this is without any of the bonuses. So that's what you can expect. You need some pretty great games to make decent money out of the tank, and you kind of break even when you do average. So there you go. Thanks for watching, and please press that like button and leave some comments. I'll see you in future videos.